Very good morning, my dear students. The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size, as said by Albert Einstein. Our openness to new ideas is the only way to grow. So, here we are to present a new idea to you and you evaluate your suggestions regarding the same. The title of this presentation and the following survey is Assessing the Perception of Dental Interns Level of Competence Attained in Cognitive Domain during BDS Training Program, an exploratory baseline survey. Principal investigator is Dr. Yatish Kumar S. Joshi, PhD scholar in Health Profession Education, under the guidance of Dr. Sunita Vagha, Professor and Head, Department of Pathology, JNMC, Wardha. So, the eye opener is that dental practice is rapidly changing and getting saturated in India as well as abroad. Undergraduate students face more challenges after graduating to establish and grow the practice or the profession. When you look into the research for factors affecting success in any technical field, it can be noted that 85% of success depends upon people's skill or soft skill, and only 15% is affected by our technical knowledge and skill. So, do you know what soft skills and people skills are? Are they natural or by birth, or can they be acquired? The answer is yes. They can be learnt by having knowledge and by practice of the same. So, do you acquire such skills during your undergraduate course? In the current DCI curriculum, do you know about the skills you need to acquire? Have you acquired them? Have you been trained for such skills? This survey is to sensitize you and collect your perception regarding the same. So, what is the need of this video session before the survey? They say eyes cannot see what the brain doesn't know. The questionnaire survey has many terms and concepts which may be relatively new to you, and it is important that you understand the question clearly so that you can provide more relevant answers. If you have lack of knowledge, it may lead to bias or error in the survey, and this session will reduce the same. There will be four main objectives of the session. First, introduction to the domains of education and learning. Second, defining the meaning and types of curriculum and syllabus. Third, introduction to concept of competence and competency based learning. And finally, few other terms and abbreviations used in the survey. So, starting with the first objective, what are the domains and areas of educational activity or learning activity? Basically, there are three domains. First, cognitive domain, which we call as knowledge. It is the mental skill like remembering or reciting. Next is psychomotor domain or skill, like physical skill which can be gained by practice, like to identify or perform any procedure and differentiate or reason. These also depend on knowledge. Finally, the third one and the last one is the affective domain or attitude, that we learn to correlate with any situation or task, like feelings and emotional skills. So, to summarize, any educational or learning activity has three domains: knowledge, skill and attitude. But you might have observed that the title uses a term called cognitive domain. What is that? Cognitive domain is affective domain. It is a mental process that activates or directs behavior or action one decides to take or make. So, I will explain the same concept with an example. Do you know what a dental caries is? Which is approaching pulp, and various methods to manage it. Knowing this is having knowledge, or it is a cognitive domain. Can you identify such clinical situation in a patient's mouth and perform relevant investigation to confirm your diagnosis as well as perform the most suitable line of management? That is your skill domain or psychomotor skill. And finally, do the thought process and our feelings while applying our knowledge and skill direct our actions? That is our attitude or affective or cognitive domain. So, under the cognitive domain, we can think that do all dentists decide the same treatment plan? What makes you choose a particular plan? Whom do you let decide the treatment plan, yourself or the patient? How do you convey the problem and possible solution to the patient? Do you judge the patient while you are discussion with them regarding the same? How do you feel if the patient has a conflict with your suggestions of line of treatment? How necessary you feel is consent and maintaining all the records for every patient? So, I hope you get a vague idea of what is cognitive domain or affective domain, or what is the attitude that we inculcate while applying our knowledge and skill onto any patient or community. Coming to the next objective of defining curriculum and syllabus. So, what is curriculum? It is the delivery component of an institute or organization or a Dental Council of India, for example, with their educational mission, values and theories of learning. It follows in-depth discussion regarding what a student should learn and how a student can best learn. Aims, goals and objectives of the curriculum, content and subject matter of the curriculum, the student experience that is planned in the curriculum, and the evaluation methodology of the curriculum. These are the components of every curriculum. Then what is syllabus? Syllabus is just a summary of topics to be covered in the curriculum, or the subject content in short. It is a descriptive document elaborating the topics to be covered, weekly schedules, tests, assignments and associated weightings. So, coming next to curriculum. So, what are the types or different designs of curriculum? There are various classification, but basically three types of design: subject centered, learner centered and problem centered. So, a subject centered curriculum focuses on subjects, that is our subjects that we study in the curriculum, with minimal consideration to individual students' needs, their levels, their aptitude, their choice, and has a limited flexibility for the duration of course. The second system is a learner centered. It focuses on students' needs or choice with provision for flexibility in subject and duration of learning. And the third and the last type is problem centered. Experience based curriculum which focuses on exposure to real life problems or situations and ways of managing it is a problem centered system. So, what is competency based curriculum? A curriculum that emphasizes the complex outcome of a learning process, that is knowledge, skill and attitude to be applied by the learners. It concentrates on all the three areas: knowledge, skill and attitude, and moreover which is being applied by the learner, rather than just focusing on what learners are expected to learn about in terms of traditionally defined subject content. That means it is learner centered. In principle, such a curriculum is learner centered and adaptive to the changing needs of the students, teachers and society. It implies that learning activities and environments are chosen so that learner can acquire and apply the knowledge, skill and attitude to situations that encounter in everyday life. That means it is also problem centered. Competency based curricula are usually designed around a set keys of competence and competencies that can be cross curricular and or subject bound. So, I hope you get it. Competency based curriculum is basically a problem centered, learner centered curriculum which concentrates on both all the three domains of learning. Now, what is competence? In simple term, competence is the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. Competency in health education. In health education, the habitual and judicious use of communication, knowledge, technical skill, clinical reasoning, emotional values and reflection in daily practices for the benefit of individual and community being served. In other words, what we should have or what we should change. It basically means you should have knowledge, skill, attitude and communication abilities. So, competence cannot be same for all. So, there are different levels of competence. So, what are the levels of competence? The first level is knowing. It is for knowledge attribute, usually enumerate or describe or know about something. Second is knowing how, that is KH, knows how. It is how a higher level of knowledge attribute. It is able to discuss or analyze using the knowledge we have. Next is a skill attribute, that is shows. It is ability to identify or demonstrate the steps. Next level is shows how. A skill attribute, it is able to interpret, demonstrate a complex procedure requiring thoughts, knowledge and behavior. The last is performance, that is perform, mastery for the level of competence. When done independently or under supervision, a pre-specified number of times, certification or capacity to perform independently is resulted. So, these are the 5 levels: knows how in knowledge attribute, shows and shows how in skill attribute and performance, that is mastery in all the levels. Next, coming to competencies in health education. In health education, there are basically 2 types of competencies. They are core competencies, which is necessary to in order to complete the requirement of the subject, that is traditionally must know, and the non-core competencies. It is optional in order to complete the requirement of the subject. Traditionally, it is nice or good to know or desirable to know. So, that completes our basic introduction to learning objectives, competencies, competency based curriculum and types differences in curriculum and syllabus. Now, coming to the other terminologies or abbreviations used. What is ATCOM? It is Attitude, Ethics and Communication module designed by Medical Council of India. This module is in addition to the competency based medical education curriculum introduced in 2018. What is altruism? It is a selfless service, caring about health, need and happiness of others rather than yours. Other abbreviations are BDS, Bachelor of Dental Surgery, DCI, Dental Council of India, DMIMS, Datta Mege Institute of Medical Sciences, MCI, Medical Council of India, MDS, Master of Dental Surgery, PRN, Permanent Registration Number, SPDC, Sharad Pawar Dental College, UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Coming to the survey questionnaire link. I request you to help us analyze your perception of the existing curriculum regarding the competence you gain in affective or cognitive domain. If you feel that something needs to be changed in your curriculum, this is the opportunity for you to put in your suggestions and opinions. This is an online survey which can be solved only once from a single email ID. You cannot make any changes after final submission. I, Dr. Yatish Kumar S. Joshi, request you to kindly click on the link and participate in this survey. It will take about 20 to 30 minutes to answer the complete questionnaire. These are my details. You can contact me if you have any further doubts. My name Yatish Kumar S. Joshi, my mobile number 9860636690 and my email ID is orthoyatishjoshi@gmail.com. And finally, I would like to conclude with this para. Myself, Dr. Yatish Kumar Joshi, would like to thank you in advance for sparing in your precious time to attend this orientation session and participating in this questionnaire study. It is my sincere request to go through every question thoroughly before answering the same. If you have any doubt or query regarding the question, please contact the operator to get your doubts clarified before solving the questionnaire. Thanking you once again. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.